So for now, we are alone, but we do see. I have to make sure not to fuck up and accidentally. I mean, worst case, I could save like this one, but for now, yes. Like, I'm a little extra tired today because the cats decided that they really they really wanted to not allow me to sleep in the middle of the night at like 3 in the morning. Come on. Oh, now we could take a piss. Great. Man, you have like. Do you not drink water or anything? I have not seen him take any piss at all. Alright, let's see. There we go. Ooh, anything behind me? They do that pause on purpose. But yeah, today had been good. Productive, but also not as productive as I could have been. Something smells. Open the fridge and look inside. What do you mean something smells? Just my spare shoe. Oh, your spare shoe smell? It's like, God, don't scare me like that. Can't really see my face in the mirror. Is there anything behind me? I've learned my lesson. Learned my lesson from the math problem that I was not able to figure out on my own because I was hiding my own food from myself. Nothing weird in here. Are you sure? I mean, it is your own garbage, but August 9th? Yes, it is. Oh, the spirit of martial arts. This always comes in handy. Excuse, no. I need to close the thing. I had to, I have a special. I got this. Which shrine did I get this at? I got this specifically at a shrine that I visited. I actually never took it out of this at all. Is this? I have no idea what it is, but I decided to buy it when I was in Kyoto. I'll have to see what this is. I'm wondering if it's incense? Or like, I always thought that it was like something for like warding things away. Warding bad things away. So. I mean, it stayed in good condition because I've just left it as is. Yeah. guess I will have to sleep. Alright, good night. Go to bed. Collapsing on the bed, I shut my eyes. I just can't let this keep happening. It's time to take care of it so I can move on. Do you want to save? Yes. Let's save on this same one. Well, Sabrina, why don't you jump up here then? She came and headbutted me. Well, come over. Come up here then. I'm not gonna pick you up. August 10th. I wake up feeling much better. Sleeping past noon probably helped. Because anger and sadness faded with time. Yeah, I ended up waking up at like 5 this morning. Because the cat just didn't allow me to continue sleeping. He's really cute, baby. Good news. The shock and disbelief are still there, though. Those have definitely not disappeared. I keep flashing back to the scene of death I'd seen, and my sight grows dim. Yeah. Nothing happens today, and soon night falls. I still haven't heard the sound of Kakia's flute. That should work. Did I clean my apartment? I take a breather after hiding Amanome's modified gun in the back of my closet. I'm just inviting problems if I carry it around. Only he can use it anyway. Besides, weapons aren't my thing. It's a number I don't recognize. Is it D-Man? Hello? Oh. It's Naomosa Bar. Hey. I couldn't reach the Amanome boy, so I called you. He gave me your number. Wow, that was... that was like... okay. Come to Shinja Station right now. Same place as last time is fine, alright? He hangs up without answering. Oh, maybe I should have said I was busy. You know, I was saying how when I first got Sabrina, she wouldn't even go near me for 6 months. She would just lay on the floor. I had a folded up chair because I think it was around summertime when I got her. It was still hot out, so I have like a folded chair. I level my fan to like my bed height, so then the air is like going straight on me instead of just to the floor, because it's like why just have it float on the floor on the same level as the floor. And so when I got her, she just stayed underneath that folded chair and slept there for pretty much 6 months. I just let her stay in there because it seemed like she was most comfortable. I can't believe that now she cuddles and jumps up in my lap. He hangs up with that answering like a rude ass bitch. How do I manage to surround myself with all these self-centered guys? I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah, he's a bit self-centered, but like he's also pretty selfless, at least with as your friend. Like he's done quite a bit and stuck his neck out. Quite a bit for no reason. Other than being your best friend. It'd be faster to get this into the station if I take me 5 minutes like last time. Or I might improve my mood too. Climbing on my bike, I head toward the station. Maybe Cupid playing. He's playing in the background. If you hear any like weird noises, that's what he's doing. He's playing in the background. Maybe that'll make him not be crazy. Cause he had the zooms this morning. Climbing on my bike, I head toward the station. He's running so much it feels like an earthquake. He's playing, I think, with the mice. Yep. Bon and Rose. Bon is a ghost now. Maybe because it's late, but there aren't many people around. Looking around, I spot Bon. You know what was strange? It was actually quite strange that, like, during the day today, there wasn't many cars around. It was so weird. Like, in my area, it's a very busy, very populated area, so I was very shocked. I spot Bon smoking and staring at the night sky and beginning on the ground. Ugh. Like, I understand people are addicted to smoking and stuff, but I hate the fucking smell of smoke. I wonder if it has a little bit to do with none of my friends smoke, so I'm not exposed to it. And then they don't even vape, really. And, like, not long COVID, but ever since I've had COVID, I've noticed that, like, I really cannot handle smoke in my proximity. Blocking part of his Skyview's moon tower. Finally made it. I was getting tired of waiting. What happened with it? Well, you did ask me last minute. You were just like, come out here. What if I was in my underwear and nothing else? What happened with Kubitaro Kintoki? Did you break your curse? Yeah, we defeated Kubitaro. And as you can see, I managed to survive. But sounds like a lot went down. And it sounds like he doesn't give a fuck. You promised to tell me anything you know. Don't forget, I'll hear you out to tell me. I explained to Bon what happened 2 days ago. I don't tell him about Manahashi. No. Wonder why. Bon quietly listens as I talk. Every once in a while, he jots down a note. That's kind of important that Kubitaro killed somebody. I see. I'm impressed, honestly. Dude, to shame a woman in Kubitaro, an amateur like you, took out too sweet. Maybe more remarkable than I first thought. What, are you I was gonna say a psychic, but... Bon appears to be appraising me. Makes my skin crawl. Yeah, he's not like the charming, asshole detective from Deathmark. Your turn, old man. You said you investigate Kakia. Find out anything? Oh yeah, that's right. I asked an acquaintance who's familiar with Ghost about it. About Kakia's game. Kakia's game? Doll-like girl calling herself Kakia appears and sucks people into her peculiar games. With no other details, people resorted to calling it Kakia's game. The game is what you've gotten yourself mixed up in right now. Great. So you're saying there were other people who got mixed up in this game? Not just me. Well, it seemed like Yuri or Yuki, I think it's Yuri, got caught up in the game. Like, based on what she said at the beginning. Like, she got caught up in the game, but, like, she literally failed because the car ran her over. Yeah. For whatever reason, Kakia appears every 10 years. And every time, the body count of missing or dead is high, even restricted to only confirmed. age and gender don't seem to matter. However, it seems everyone receives a black postcard right before becoming involved. Well, that postcard that was outside my apartment. Let's play. So that was mine and Ami's invitation. From the look on your face, you know something. Tell me. Yeah. Has anyone survived playing Kaguya's game? Yeah. Well then how do we know it's called that? Who talked about Kaguya's game then? Is it just because the people told other people and then they reported it to them and they told your contact? Is it Amanome? Is it an Amanome and Azuki or something reporting? Kaguya keeps playing until her opponent loses. There's no way to survive it. The loser's fate is always tragic. Missing, vegetative coma. Oh no. Insanity, death. No one returned to normal life. That's life. No point in showing consideration to guys. What? What kind of crazy shit is that? What do you mean? Guys deserve consideration. What are you talking about? He's in a shitty situation. Asshole. What, you want me to be gentle with you? No, fuck you. Don't get so angry. You deserve it. You pissed me off with that comment. You probably would have been like grossed out if I was like hella happy. I'm not keen on babysitting either. I should punch you in the gut. Oh, almost forgot. You literally gave me no information whatsoever. Green evening 2 nights from now, Kichima. I don't know. I might be in another game by then. My acquaintances talking about your mom's bar that night. Got it? Good. Wow. I love how you just like invite yourself. Hey, just hold up. What if I'm in the middle of another Kaguya game and I can't go? Why the hell do I need to meet with this person? Don't look so displeased. A young woman and her face is bad. Personality on the other hand, is this Oi? She knows a lot about ghost-related things. She's the one who told me about Kaguya's game. I'm sure you'll hear some interesting things from her. Sounds like she'll be a better source of input than you. Yeah, good. Fine, I'll make sure I have time. Never short on combat. Well, I mean, you deserve it. You literally gave me jack squat. I do appreciate an informant, like a different source. But, God. You really had nothing to tell me. By the way, Kichima, got any money on you? What? A little, I guess. Sorry, but could you lend me some? What? You need some bus money or something? I know the Eugene match paid pretty well. Let's see, 10,000 yen will do. I'm good on paying you back next month. I don't trust that. If I'm gonna give you 10, that's like is that $100 or is it 10? I think it's 10,000. Not 10,000. Like 10. No. You know, 10,000 is $10. Not like it's not exact because that's not the exact conversion, but like if you want to simplify it, that's like the simplified version. give it to you, I probably don't shouldn't expect to get it back. Sorting money from a high schooler at your age? Forget it, old man. No way I'm giving you money for no reason. I see. Guess I'll try to give you one then. Information at referral fee. 10,000 in. Wow. I thought that I would have come back and said, I literally gave you my entire ghost story of how I almost died. Isn't that what your payment was? I thought it was a give and take exchange of information, not money. I think that's pretty reasonable. So I'm willing to drop it to 5,000. Oh no, so it's 100 now. Never mind. Yeah, because $5 is the 500, so 1,000 is 10. I was thinking to myself, yeah, I think you have to like drop 1 0 and it makes a lot more sense. So no, he's asking for $100. Okay, never mind. I thought at first he was asking for less. Yeah, when I saw the 5,000, that made more sense in my head because the 500 N is $5. Is the coin. No. Man. I don't want to get rid of him at this point, so I give him his 5. Wow. It's gonna be helping me from here on out. So I'd say that's not that bad of a deal considering. Hey, thanks. Good luck when you meet her. What does that mean? Oh, Kakia? Waving his hand, Bon walks down the stairs. And directly into the pachinko parlor open late! You bastard! Can't you at least wait? Can't you just like wait until I'm gone? Or like go a bus stop away and then gamble with the money I literally just gave you? I'm glad I didn't give you $100. What a bum. Wow, I'm like Bon is definitely not is it Mishima? The detective from the original Deathmark. He was way better. Even though he was very snarky and a bit of an asshole, he was way better than Bon. Climb on my bike and drive full throttle down the expressway. The road's empty at midnight. At least there's nothing here. I'm surprised I haven't heard a flute. At home, I devour the hamburger meal I bought on my way home. Yeah. I think my favorite meal when I was living, like my favorite konbini meal, there would be, it's like it's not a chasujon. It's basically kind of it's like a white gravy, like a clearish, translucent gravy, heavy gravy with lots of veggies and a little quail egg over rice. It's a type of donburi, and I found out it's like kind of similar to like a Chinese. It's like similar to a Chinese dish because there's a place in Little Tokyo that my friend loves to go to. He loves their fried rice, and they have a similar bowl because I've never seen it anywhere else. But in the 7-Eleven, they had those. Um, and obviously, like, I loved the bun. I remember, like, almost on a daily basis, I would get a royal milk tea, which was in a bottle, and then I would get myself an anpan. And still somehow I lost weight. I don't even. I think because of all the biking we did. Um, I had to bike to school every day, and then oh, that just reminds me. I accidentally crashed while I was my 2009 computer is so strong. It is powerful because when I was actually headed to Japan, it like literally just like in the case just fell on the floor just straight when I was trying to put it into uh, the upper compartment. It just fell and it survived. It was good. And then while I was in Japan, there was one time when, because the way the getting out of the dorm, there's a little hill and there was a fence, and there is like a bit of an opening to go out, but everything else like it's obstructed. Your view is obstructed. And as I was trying to go down the little hill to go out, there was a woman who she had her own bike, but she was just standing still. And man, she was powerful because the front of my tire ran into the back of her tire, and she just stayed standing up. And I flew. I and my computer flew, and it survived. Um, and it still works. My 2009 computer after all this. But I basically flew like a good, like maybe 2 to 3 feet, not up high, but kind of off of the thing. I was fine, thankfully. I like landed mainly more on my side, so I wasn't too affected. But the lady, she was very nice, but she was like she kept like scolding me about being careful in Japanese. She's like "kyotsukete, kyotsukete," which means be careful. Man, I'm just reminiscing. Oh yeah, and today, for some reason, I was reminiscing about like. Oh, it was because my friend, because she works in the same coffee company that I previously worked at. I originally got her into uh, not the job, but like got her into working for the company way before the pandemic. And then like she kind of not stayed because she moved on, but then she came back to for a second job. But this has been my staple diet. Understandable though. Like I mentioned, I lived off of convenience food and also really delicious cafeteria food at the school. But because our kitchen had little roaches that I was not gonna I was not gonna use the communal dishes. Even after washing them, I wasn't gonna use them. I can't find a desire or energy to cook for myself while all this is going on. Rice cooker meals. It'll be healthier and probably you could just have leftovers. When I'm full, I decide to go to bed. Oh yeah, but I was like making myself annoyed today. I was just reminiscing because my friend, she had a pretty bad day today, and she was dealing with like a coworker that like decided that I guess like they were annoyed that my friend, when they would clock in, that was when they would like quickly, get themselves situated and ready to then go onto the floor. Um, she would like take 2 minutes or something, but I guess like because said coworker was already being scolded for something going wrong that day, she then like decided to snitch on my friend to the manager, and then my friend found out. But just reminded me because I was a shift supervisor, so I wasn't like the manager of the store, but I did like manage the store when it was me by myself, or I was the like first person for the shift. Usually, how it is if you're the opening shift supervisor, and like another shift supervisor comes in during that time, you're still like you're still like the lead of the shift until you relinquish that to the next supervisor. So that's usually how it works. um, but we had gotten an older person because the coworker is much older, so that's why I correlated them too. But this person, she didn't last long. Like she only was with us for I only saw her maybe 2 shifts or something. In all honesty, maybe she was there for a month. I have no idea. Maybe I just wasn't like, because I did a lot of like mid morning shifts, and then like on the weekends I would close. But man, this lady, she did not want to listen to us at all. And it's like, I mean, I understand a little bit, like your pride. You know, you don't want to listen to a younger person, but when you have no idea, because she had no barista experience, and she was a barista. She wasn't a supervisor or anything. She had no barista experience. And also, even if she did have barista experience, like every kind of like coffee chain has a different process and system. Like for us, we did do like proper tamping for coffee, but that's not everybody. Like Starbucks, they have like a special machine that you have to learn, and they have like all these recipes and things like that. And we had recipes too that were like completely different from Starbucks. Don't really feel like taking a shower, but maybe you should take a shower, or maybe you should take a dump. His bowels are so backed up. But yeah, just remind me, and then it reminded me of another coworker that thankfully like they transferred when this basically there was this one manager we had because we had five within the time that I was working there for 4 years. 4 years we had five different managers. But there was this one particular manager that she was kind of notorious that if she took over a store, people would straight up just like quit because she took it very seriously. I was thinking to myself today, I was like, it is a coffee shop. Like, I do understand, like, professionalism and everything like that, but also at the same time, it's a coffee shop. The people that typically take these jobs are younger. As long as they're following the food safety codes, they have their own safety gear on, and they're pleasant and nice and to the customers, informative, make the correct drinks with the correct stuff because it is important for allergens and things like that. That it's correct, um, and they clean and just follow. It's like, what more can you ask? She acted like this was like uh, the end all be all kind of, and maybe for her it is because like she became a general manager and she had been in the company for a long time and she took it very seriously. But this particular person, this particular manager, I go after into bed, I shut my eyes. I particularly have a bit of a grudge against her. Not a grudge, maybe. I just don't forgive her for what she had done to me. She was something pretty bad. But it just made me think of her, the person, the coworker that ended up transferring with her. Like he ended up joining and getting hired very quickly, and then he was starting out as a barista, but then he became a supervisor very quickly. I was very surprised, not because I didn't think he was capable, but I was just like surprised that you just get hired on and then you're in one position and then um, you get like promoted so quickly. Um, but like this particular guy, I can tell, especially in later interactions when he would come and help out with our store and stuff like that. I could tell like he felt like definitely a type of way against me. I could see maybe like when I was training him, he thought I was picking on him when that wasn't the case. That wasn't my intention. Like I would, you know, like for example, there was an example where I remember I would tell him, "Oh, remember to put the milk in the fridge," you know, because like we don't want the milk to go bad. It needs to like you use it and you put it in the fridge. But sometimes, and I, because I was training him, that's why I was reminding him. I wasn't like trying to put him down or anything. But then later on, when he would come, like a year later or something, and help us out, I didn't quite forget, but I didn't put it away right away. And so he reminded me, and I was like, "Oh, thank you." That was my response. I was like, "Oh, thank you," but I could tell based on the look that he gave me that basically he was thinking to himself like, "Oh, I'm a hypocrite for not." putting it away when I had told him during his training, which I'm supposed to do, is teach him and like, reinforce good behavior. I could tell that he was thinking to himself in the back of his mind that like I was a hypocrite for that, when it's like, no, like I'm perfectly fine with you telling me. I never took it wrong, but I could tell based on his tone and his behavior and his the look he was giving me, that's what he thought, and we just never got along. He always really got on my nerves. He was also a bit of a, what is it? He definitely kind of kissed up to that manager that I'm not a fan of, and I'm pretty certain that was one of the reasons why he ended up getting. One of the reasons. I'm not. He did a good job. He was very, what is it? He was very. He was good, and he listened to the rules and things like that. But I think like he took me training him the wrong way. Like I think, like for me, when I was training him, I could see that he was very capable, especially compared to like some of the other people we've had. So maybe it seemed like I was being harsh on him when it was more just I wanted him to do well. Or maybe he just like had an issue with me. At that job, that was the first job that I kind of learned that sometimes people just don't like you and you have no control over it. You could just meet them and they just don't like you. I rarely have that happen, but I could definitely tell that happened at this job, at the coffee shop job, especially when I first started. Because because some of the supervisors, the girl supervisors, were very kind of cliquey. And it's like I never had a problem with them, but I could tell that there was a little bit of a what is it? Like there was one particular person that she ended up getting a new job later on, but there was one particular person I could tell that it's just like I accepted that it's like, okay, she's not my biggest fan, but we just we're amicably work together. He got an uncanny knack for getting info on spirits. I mean, does he have an uncanny knack? I don't think he gave me jack squat about Katya, in all honesty. But man, he's definitely shady. I don't think he gave me any good information about Katya. It's like he could have made that up and pulled that out of his ass. Katya's game because we told him Katya's name. Sure. Alright. Yeah, I'm like shitting on Bond, but he kind of deserves it. I'll do this one, the older one. Oh man, I've saved so much. Here we go. Thankfully, I don't have to deal with that with my current job. I don't have anybody that dislikes me, and I like all of my coworkers. But definitely, but as I'm older, I could definitely see for those kind of like jobs with like customer support and stuff. When there's a lot of turnover and everything like that, there's a lot of different people that come and go. It's a little bit hard. Like the core people that were there for a long time, like we got along very well. But there was definitely some problems. And also, like, I definitely caused harm. I'm not saying that I was not a problem. I wasn't. I never tried to be problematic. But I'm not a perfect person. And I definitely know, like as the years went on, like I definitely had my group and everything like that. But I wasn't happy at the job. I wasn't happy at the job, especially like when that person I was telling you about, the guy came and he would like come to the store like when I knew he was like judging me, but also he would make remarks. He strategically would try to needle me. I am not somebody who, I try to keep the peace. I try to be understanding, uh, but I'm not stupid. You know, people, people, at least in my life, have made that assumption quite a lot, but I'm pretty damn perceptive. Um, I could pick up, you know, I'm not a mind reader, but I could definitely pick up cues very well and read between the lines. I could, Hello, devils. How are you? Hopefully, you're having a good evening. Tonight, I'm supposed to meet with the ghost expert lady. I decided to get to the Black Rabbit ahead of schedule and get drunk. Much better now. Hey, that's good. Off from work. My evening is doing pretty well. Today actually was a very good day. I am a little tired because the cats decided that at like 3 in the morning they wanted to like just continually give me problems, and then I ended up just like being up at 5, being up at like 5 in the morning basically, and having to just stay up because the cats were just like not letting up. But no, it was good. I'm just reminiscing for some reason. I'm reminiscing because my friend had a bad day at because she works at a good friend of mine. She works at the old. She works at the coffee shop that I used to work at for 4 years, and it just like reminded like she had a bad day because of a coworker, and it just reminded me of some people. I duck into the underpass. A chilly breeze is blowing. I feel tension in the air again. Nope, there she is. A familiar melody echoes down the alley. Good evening, mister. Suddenly Kaguya appears before me. The air freezes with suspense. I struggle for breath. You're amazing, mister. You beat Kubitaro of Kintoki. I didn't beat anything. Yeah, that's true. I did my best to appease, not beat them. Because of you, Maruhashi is. And the lightning strike. Was it because of you too? Hehehe. That was so fun. Didn't it get your heart pounding? Amanomi's coma. Don't tell me that you. Yeah, it's boring if no one disappears. Ami already disappeared. Come on. Don't you think it's more fun like that? No. I'm gonna kick you in the stomach. Damn it. Are you annoyed? Do you want to quit? But mister, you have to play with Kaguya. We'll play forever and ever 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 and ever. Hello, Ronan. How are you? Are you also having a good day? I'm stuck, completely helpless. I realize I've been fighting for it. The foul taste of iron spreads through my mouth. I thought of the next game already. It's a Screaming Author game. If you don't play, you'll disappear too. And Ami will never come back. Been lurking for a little bit, listening, feeding the cats. Oh yeah, you probably heard these stories. Hopefully the voids are doing well. But yeah, doing a little processing. Though, I was like thinking to myself, because I was just like, I'm not in a bad mood, but man. Thinking about those times, man. Kaguya, tell me, what's NG? there's always, this mainly happens when somebody does, it's kind of like in those stories where, or those TV reviews or something, or interviews where a person's missing, or they were murdered, or they murdered a family member of theirs or something, and they're talking, and it is respect. I do respect those who decide that forgiving is, in order to be able to move on. That is how they decide to go about it. And in most cases, it can, I believe, be a good thing. Like, forgive when, like, for example, my best friend, I love him to death. We had like this one not falling out, but like he really hurt me with some words that he had mentioned. But after we talked it out, and he had explained his side, and it was more so he was feeling hurt with like how he perceived I was reacting to my own mom's passing, because he was he felt very close to her. My other best friend also felt very close to her. My mom was very involved in my friends' lives. But it was more so just because being the only person who can handle everything legally, I needed to hold myself together, especially since at the same time as she passed, I lost my job at the coffee place. I lost everything. It felt like I lost everything. But I had to, not only worry about now my mom's passing and doing all of that stuff, dealing with that, but then worrying about what am I going to do with rent and everything else, because I already was, paying for everything on my own, but it was during the pandemic, and things like that. It was so his perception of how I was acting, he thought I didn't care as much, when that wasn't the case. It was just like I had to hold myself together, because I had to. Like, there was no one else who could do the things that I needed to get done for my mom after my mom passed. So, but even though I think about those words and stuff, but I still forgive him, because he's like a brother to me. I love him very much. I've known him since I was in middle school. But I do also feel like in certain cases there is also power in accepting and just saying you will not forgive somebody who does you something wrong. Like, for example, I was talking about that manager, because when she tried to apologize to me, long story short, she, through her insensitivity when I was trying to be very vulnerable, I was trying to disclose a medical condition I have, and she laughed in my face and didn't take it seriously. And a week later, because I was I refused to even look at her, her words caused me to spiral for months. And I know that seems extreme, but with what I was trying to disclose, depression, it made me feel like, okay, no one gives a fuck, and like I was trying to disclose this thing to fix a problem I was having, because she kept scheduling me in like near clopening shifts, which is just like not good for me. And I already was kind of going on a brink because of these shifts, because I need sleep. It takes me a long time. If I don't get enough sleep, it does take me a bit of a long time to get back up to like normal, especially like mentally. But But then when I was like causing, I wasn't causing an issue, but I wasn't talking to her. I, wasn't even looking her in the eye. She pulled me into the back, and I know that the only reason why she said sorry because she said, "Oh, sorry, I thought it was a joke." I could tell. She was only saying sorry because, it felt like she didn't know why she should be sorry. And it's just like, I, at the time, said, "I forgive you," because she was my boss. And that was it. But secretly, deep down, I haven't forgiven her. And you know what? I'm allowed to. That's my power that I have. I don't have to forgive her for that shit. What's NG? I heard Ami mention it in my vision. It was a bit of a ramble, but it got me thinking about that. Wind blows and Kaguya suddenly vanishes. But I do want to caveat, like, with the whole not forgiving, you shouldn't let it take over your life. Like, you need to process it. And, like, even though, I can say that and I get a little fired up, I'll be over it. Like, I can move on with my life. Where the hell did she go? She fucked right off. She doesn't want us to punch her in the stomach, so I carefully look around my surroundings, checking the shadows around the pillars and shutters. Gotta make sure also the car doesn't run us over. But Kaguya is nowhere to be found. So yeah, there's like a balance you have to do. If in reality it's like taking over your life and you have like a grudge and you're like wanting to... Oh, jump scare, why?
NG, me and Daddy's secret.
Oh, is she pissed?
If you learn the secret, I'll have no choice but to
kill you. Man, she got real pissed at me, okay. Daddy? Kaguya vanishes again. I feel like I've been stabbed in the heart. That burning hatred she was aiming at me. I mean, why did you tell Ami about it if you didn't want me to suddenly know about it? She never acted like that before. We gotta dig deeper into NG. NG. That might be the key to figuring out what Kaguya's deal is. Screaming Author, rumors. No one's ever survived it. Screaming Author is the next spirit. Even if I defeat this one, the next game will start. Keyword is NG. Ami mentioned. Is this a chance to get a jump on Kaguya somehow? Okay, other than that, my day was today was actually really good. Had a very productive meeting with my coworker, and oh yeah, and even though we had like that issue on Monday, I was able to ask my other coworker that from now on, when it comes to newsletters with ads, she is going to send me a test, which is a good thing that she sent me the test today, because it turns out one of the links was wrong again. So there was an issue with it, but we fixed it. It's okay now. That's good. So from now on, it's a good thing. I'm just going to take more ownership of it. She's gonna send me the test, and it'll be good. Then I never again have to deal with that situation. And my other coworker was so nice. The one that I had the long meeting with. We were like trying to figure out ways, because she wanted to like her and our marketing manager. I guess like they talk a lot about like wanting to make my life easier because I handle a lot of stuff. And she specifically, we had a meeting specifically to kind of alleviate like possible issues like what happened Monday. So I felt good. When I get to the Black Rabbit, the lights are already on. See, like, when it comes to jobs, like, I mean, yeah, it would be lovely to make more money, especially since I'm in the Solka area. But, like, I think what's also important is, you know, one, it's stable, two, I have an amazing team, and I feel very supported, and I feel very fulfilled and good at what I do. Like, obviously there's gonna be bad days, obviously there's gonna be things I get annoyed with. I had a whole crash out on Monday, like, like, obviously. But overall, you know, it's not just about the money. When you want to do like long term, obviously, you know, when it's just like a stepping stone or it's in between, or you know, you're down on your luck and you have to make money. Obviously, when I get to Black Rabbit, the lights are already on. They're always on. Is that not Sumi inside? Yes, she is. Oh, no. You're late. I'd gotten tired of waiting. Yeah, I kind of had a run-in. A woman is sitting at the bar, nursing a drink slowly. She stands up. Never seen her before. There's no sign of Aunt Natsumi. This lady must have snuck in somehow, but she can't be. I was bored out of my mind, so I helped myself to a drink. Relax, relax, all people. I might not kowtow to society's norms. I draw the line of stealing top shelf alcohol. Yeah. Oh, in Japan actually, it's strange, but showing your shoulders as a woman is like scandalous. Having really short skirts and showing your legs, fine. But showing your shoulders, very scandalous. You should have dropped by the bar more often. Hell yeah. More clients and money for us. This place is pretty dead. I'm sure Natsumi would would love a regular customer. Huh. I figured you'd be way more sharp. Nope, not with the friends I've got. You've got some backbone and a cool head on your shoulders. You deserve a prize. It's gonna be a kiss on the cheek. Bond said you had nerves of steel. Seems like you had your tightness down. You know Bond, then that means you're some kind of ghost expert lady. A plebeian has no talent for delivering a proper introduction, does it? You know what? That is a proper description of Bond. Christopher, I suppose I shall do the honors myself.
ムーランロゼロゼと呼んでほしい
Alright. Rosa? Rosa. Blonde. What kind of name is that? A code name. A fake name. That's what it is. Maybe Rose. Not my real name, Rose. It's just my stage name. Although, I may not look the part because I do not use a silk hat or a baton. I'm a magician. What? Why does a magician know so much about ghosts? Magic, ghosts. Maybe she performs in a haunted theater. Isn't that more of a monk or a fortune teller's alley? You know, spiritual people. I mean, can spiritual people be anything? They can have any occupation. Just say my personal circumstances do not dictate my profession. More precisely, a lady who is supernatural servant chose to become a magician. So you're just interested in the supernatural, like a certain famous occult idol? No, I wouldn't say that. My interest is a little more serious. And if we get to know each other better, maybe I'll even tell you about it. Amanome would be maybe jealous. He seems to like older ladies. Rose narrows her eyes and smiles at me. So Suddenly a sickly sweet scent hits my nose. Oh dear. Are you pulled off by my rose perfume? It's nice. I don't know why my own thing Kentucky Wheel, it likes it just like, maybe it's because it's tucked into there. The lower the volume, it makes me think something's wrong. I mean, personally for me, I love rose stuff. Maybe like I wouldn't be able to handle a perfume because I actually have a very sensitive nose. But I love I have really good memories in my childhood of rose water ice cream, and I happen to really love this rose green tea that they sell at the H Mart. And then I also really love there's this coffee shop that I rarely get to go to anymore because I no longer have like I used to go to a dental specialist, and the coffee shop would be near there. I wonder if over the weekend maybe I might go get a rose latte. It's a bit expensive, but or maybe I could see if there's like a rose syrup I could put. So I don't know if I would want a rose syrup in an everyday coffee. I think it would be. I'm considering the lavender one because I can handle the lavender one. But I'm wondering, would I want a rose one in my coffee like every day? Because I recently finished the pumpkin spice one because it is cheaper to make your coffee at home. Now then, shall we get down to business? I just forgot. I forgot to buy instant coffee for tomorrow. Damn it. Alright. I was so focused on getting my German-like breakfast for tomorrow, where I got some sourdough and some cold cuts. That I totally forgot my instant coffee. Maybe I'll be able to scrape some of the... because basically the instant coffee is in these big jars. And there's like some at the very bottom, but it likes to, I guess because of the moisture from the air from opening it or something like that, it'll stick to the bottom. Maybe I'll be able to drag some out for one more cup of coffee. If not, I may have to go to the store. I'm not gonna buy a latte, but I might go to the store, get the instant coffee, and make it. Maybe I'll go really early or something. Bon, tell me about what you've been through. I'm sure you have plenty of questions. I'll answer your inquiries as best I can. So what would you like to know? What do you know about Kaguya? Bon told me about Kaguya. Kaguya doll forces humans she likes to play games with. So it's not just me. Other people have been dragged into this. I mean, we already asked that, but did they all have to do the stuff I'm doing? No. Apparently the type of game is dependent on the target. It could be a game of marbles, cat's cradle, or even hide and seek. Wow! What easy fucking games for those other guys. Man, that sounds like a cakewalk. Yes, I guess a kid like you would say that. You're playing on nightmare mode. She must really like you. Difficulty settings aside, the only thing that remains in the end is despair. Why are you and Bon so unhelpful? Because Kaguya keeps playing until her opponent loses. Is there anything else you want to ask? Spirits? Spirits are manifestations of the souls of the departed with their strong grudges. To banish a spirit from this world, you must learn about its past. Yeah, I picked up on that part already. Are there any other tricks that can help? Like using talismans or scattering salt? Oh child, you read far too many comics. If I had one piece of advice to give, I'd say the most important thing would be to try to
faster now. Those folks, like most humans with a grudge, they're typically lonely and desperate when they're students.
I don't get it. What do you mean you don't get it?
Simply put, there's no easy way to do it. Is there anything else you want to ask?
Why does she look so like serious there, but then
NG, what's that?
great. I'm afraid I can't help you with that. Apparently it's a big deal in Cockpit.
Is it now? I regret that I can't give you an answer. I haven't the faintest idea. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm late, Kijima. Because we're playing Pure
Drat, you actually showed up. Alone time with this cute boy was much more appealing once. And I was just about thinking about giving him an intense private lecture.
What a pity. By the way, Kijima, thanks for last night. I found a slot with a nice little bonus game. I bet it's the money you gave me. It's my first jackpot in a long time. It's great. I mean, don't you owe me $50? I mean, I lost it all the next day, but hey, gambling's all about the thrill, right? No, it's just like they say. What is it? 90% of gamblers quit before they hit it big. Don't actually gamble. Gambling is really dumb. If you ever want to play these slots, my mom had taught me very early on when we went to Vegas for the first time. Oh, budget out a specific amount of money that you are willing to part with in order to play the games or whatever. And once you spend that amount, you're done. If you happen to hit it big, cash out and just continue on with the rest of the original ticket or something like that, the original amount. And once you're done, done. If you end up losing that amount, you already just allotted it. She would always call it like, you paid for entertainment. If you made it big, take it out, and then you made it big. But you know, most of the time, those machines and those things they're made for you to lose. It was interesting. There had been some interesting YouTube videos I watched because there's I guess because on Kick streaming people are able to like gamble and stuff like, and one of their biggest sponsors I think is a gambling site. But like to see like the addiction, I remember clearly when I was in Vegas walking by and there was a man who was on a Sex and the City machine. It was like a slot machine, and he had like over 10 grand or something. And an hour later, he was still on that machine. He had like $100 left. He lost all of it. Just seeing that visually in front of me, I was like, no. Like when I would go to the blackjack tables, they would ask me if I wanted to play. I'm like, no. For one, I didn't know how to play, and two, I didn't know how much money you were supposed to like minimum bet. I was just like, no, I'm just gonna watch. Like I'm perfectly fine watching other people. But this is why you don't do that. You're gonna end up like Bond. I don't think any of you want to end up like Bond.
Are you telling me that you extorted money from a high schooler to meet your gambling addiction?
That's exactly what he's telling you. Well, their extortion me? I didn't. You extorted me. I had given you my information, which was way more valuable than your information that you gave me, and you still asked for money. But assassinate my character. I just collected my computer work. I only charged for the price because I was a kid. Oh, fuck off! You asked for $100 first. That's pretty much charity coming from me.
Someone should have taught you this earlier. But a truly charitable adult would never, ever broach the subject of money to a kid. By the way, you better not have squandered the funds I gave you for the investigation, too. Have you discovered anything at all about Yukumo Miroku?
Rome wasn't built in a day. I literally just started looking into it yesterday. That isn't what she asked you. She asked you if you squandered the funds with gambling. I'm still in the pre-information gathering phase. I've just canvassed the neighborhood so far. I heard some wild rumors I bet you like. That isn't what she asked. People have been hearing screaming coming from the children's office. Oh. Yukumo Miroku's mansion. Oh. Now I'm remembering this. Screaming from the house of a children's author? It can't be. Kichiko, what's that look for? Hey, old man. Could you tell me more about that rumor? No sweat, kiddo. It's part of my report to Rose. And then he asked for another $50. There are odd rumors about the Miroku residence. They say that rumors of the screaming author. Hey, have you heard about the Miroku residence? You know, that old mansion with where Akumo Miroku, the children's author, lives all alone. Screaming author rumor. People have been hearing some weird screaming coming from the place lately. Not just once or twice, but every night. So Mrs. Y from the neighborhood went to complain. But that mansion doesn't have an intercom. So she had to go right up and knock on the door. She pounded on the door and nobody came out. The screaming didn't stop, so she kept coming back day after day, still no response. But she was sure someone was inside. So she finally got fed up and threw something through the window to get the person inside to notice. Then suddenly, a light in the second floor window came on. And then she heard a faint voice. Please don't look inside. The voice kept pleading with her softly, over and over again. Please don't look inside. 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 Don't look inside. Miss Y heard a scream, and after that, they said she was tormented by some constant screaming in her head. She had a nervous breakdown and committed seppuku. That's what the rumors say. It certainly sounds supernatural enough. The Peking taboo, common canard in these supernatural stories. Someone pokes their nose in something that doesn't belong and gets punished for it. The Crane's Wife, the Pandora's Box, are famous examples. Is the screaming author that Kakia was talking about? Without realizing it, I speak Kakia's name out loud. Obviously, Vaughn and Rose aren't going to just let that go. Kijima, you met Kakia? Yeah, a little while ago. Hey, why didn't you tell me? I thought I told you to tell me everything. I mean, you just came. Don't go frothing at the mouth, Vaughn. Pursuing spirits is deadly work. He was probably just worried. But you needn't bother, Kijima. Vaughn and myself have decided to hunt spirits of our own volition. We accept the consequences. There's no need to hold back for our sakes. Tell us everything. I guess there's no dodging it. I tell them about the screaming author that Hee, I see. How fascinating. To think the screaming author can be hiding between
have to do with me now? Once I figure out how trustworthy you are, maybe I'll fill you in. It's Fusion. Maybe she doesn't know, but Bond should know that I will literally die. I should know everything about this. This lady's a walking bundle of secrets. She hasn't even told me why she was investigating her. You may be an adult, but you're not trustworthy. You know what? Understandable. I much prefer younger men, not ones facing down midlife crisis. So, did you uncover any other notable clues? I told you, this is still in the early. That's true. I told you, this is still in the early going info. Info doesn't reveal itself that easily. I want to talk directly with Midoku. The house has been empty for a long time. Probably off gathering material for a new book. Empty, you say? It might be that Midoku's already dead. Dead? As I told you earlier, spirits are born from the grudges of the dead. If we assume that Midoku has died and become a spirit, all the pieces fall into place. We're looking for the scream author, after all. Hey, don't jump to conclusions. I've confirmed Midoku hasn't been reported dead. It would be uncommon for someone who lived alone to die without it being noticed. We'll just have to go see for ourselves. Hey, you can't just decide stuff like that. Well, she already did. What are you even gonna do there? Break in and check and investigate, obviously. I'll leave my methods up to your imagination. A lady should never have to stain her lips. What? Gonna break in or something? Well, more or less. Well, Mr. Man. Whether he's dead or merely absent, this is the perfect opportunity to sneak inside. This is shaping up to be an amusing night. Hell yeah. Hee hee, what a nice smile. I bet dating you would be quite entertaining. No. Even though I was joking, I am not good with adult dating lives. If you've encountered Kakia, then the clock on your death is already taking damage. It's a little different when, like, a kid, as long as the grown-up knows boundaries, to not say anything. Like, kids are gonna have crushes on adults. It just happens. But for an adult to be flirting with a kid, no. That's where I draw the line. It doesn't matter if she's a woman. If you've encountered Kakia, and the clock on your death is already ticking down, you have no time to be taking it easy. Oh, so she does know. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, does it? They also say, fools rush in where angels fear to tread. We leave the Black Rabbit and head to the station. It's getting pretty late. Most stores are closed. Where's D-Man so I can collect some cards? Hee. Nighttime is the greatest time of any day. You know what? Walking around at night is pretty peaceful. If it weren't such a if I didn't live in like a town that's like getting crazier and crazier, especially in my area, I would totally walk around at night. I hate sunlight. Okay, I don't hate sunlight, but the summer sun is particularly harsh. In Japan, during the summer, yes it is. I remember getting sunburned in like 15 minutes or something. If you're so scared of UV rays, you could try wearing something else. Come on, let's go to the Midoku place already. Hey, hold up. I don't know where the Midoku residence is. I mean, yeah, but they do. Oh, that's right. It's on the outskirts of Kisoji Temple.
It's a bit of a hike from here. Hiking. Hiking in the dark is actually quite dangerous. Don't do that. There's a station by the mansion, so I should just take in a train. Vaughn gives me the address. Are you not gonna go with me? Are you not gonna like drive me or something? It's in the same ward, so I can pretty much imagine where it is just based on the address. We should meet up there later. We'll stand out if we show up in a group. Well, you could pretend to be my papa, and that you're taking me on a field trip. You're my useless gambling papa, who extorts their son for money to gamble it all away on Pachinko. I have no objections with that plan. Were just the young man, I feel otherwise. I'll decline a stroll with an old lech. Okay, that's a little. Okay, it was funny the first time. Do you hate him that much? That's an easy way to ruin a perfectly beautiful night. I mean, is he gonna be weird with you? Has he been weird with you before? Like, I already don't like him, but come on. That's my line. Hard pass on walking around town with a woman trying hard to turn heads. Me at the front door in 30 minutes, okay? How are they, like, are they friends, or? Vaughn and Rose go their separate ways as they head to the ticket gates. I better hustle too. Alright, creepy author. Woman named Rose, a suspicious magician. The author, Yakumo Miroku, lives by himself. Heard freakish scream, goes to complain. A person pretending to not be there? Threw object at window, second floor. Don't peek inside, multiple times. Well, that's not what exactly she said, but... Repeated screams inside head. Nervous breakdown. Simple. The address I'm going to is a train stop away. Luckily, I arrived before the last train. What are we gonna do getting back? I reached the station without any issues. Classic residential. Yeah, because like at least when I was there, Uber and stuff like that, there was taxis, but Uber and stuff was not a thing. They probably have possibly like not Uber, but maybe a similar ride sharing kind of thing now, but probably not in a residential areas like that, like far off. If it's super in the outskirts. Classy residential area is full of cookie cutter homes, and I quickly lose my way. Oops. I walk around aimlessly for a while until I arrive at the building I was looking for. Ah, you're here. Rose and Bon are already waiting at the residence. You're late. What the hell were you doing? I've only got here, got a limited amount of time to search. If we say more time, and today will be useless. Limited? Why? This area has a high rate of unusual incidents, but they only happen sporadically. Because of that history, the police have this area under priority patrol. Seriously? That's a pain for us. Man, the police are very active. Yeah, but we did some legwork. We have a rough idea of their patrol schedule. Trying to limit our presence to with the gaps in their patrols. So we need to investigate as much as possible, and then split. That's the plan. We'll be trespassing, but it's the price we have to pay to get the information. And since you took so long to get here, we've got even less time. Thanks a lot, loser. Even though you could have like driven me or something. I was lost. You could have pretended to be my useless gambling papa, and then we could have gone together. 2 or 3 hours should be sufficient to do the breaking and entering. We're investigating. Marcel continues, paying no attention at all to Bon's objective. The residence doesn't appear to be terribly large, so we shouldn't need to rush things. Well, unless we encounter a ring there. regularity. An unexpected circumstance, like a ghost. For example, if you find unexpected security in underground mines, those sort of things. We fall through the floor. The types of things that might crop up during a break-in. I see. We're not breaking in. Haha. Why are you so hung up on the terminology? The acting is the same, isn't it? Now, what should we do? We're investigating this mansion. We already settled on this. Yes, I mean, where should we start first? Hey, John, you're the one tangled up in the cockiest game. You should decide. Alright. Alright, what time is it? Alright, it looks like it is time. I know I did a lot of chattering. Did a lot of chattering today, but I'm like, well, I guess if we get into the investigation, I'm a little like, I don't want to just cliffhanger here. But next time I have a chance to save inside, we'll do it. I want to get a little more information. It's a rusted mailbox. You take a look inside the mailbox, but there isn't anything inside. Huh. You would think that it'd be like stuff with mail or something. Weeds have run wild over the entire area. This garden hasn't been touched for a while. I use my foot to poke around the overgrowth. My foot bumps into something solid. I tease the object out into the open and see that it's a decayed wooden door. Decayed door plate. It's dirty, but it seems to read Miroku. This looks like it hasn't been cared for in a long time. There's weeds and dead leaves all over. Can we dig into it? There's a strange looking window here. You know, this house is kind of odd looking. Looking closer, the building's funky style isn't even just a Japanese and Western design. Feels like an upline lodge, but built with traditional Japanese style. This must have been a custom job. You don't usually see two-story houses with that roof. The window's probably where the attic is. If so, then that's a pretty big attic. The room under the roof is that big. It looks like it's bigger than the two normal size rooms. Is that the window that was mentioned in the room? If you throw something, the lights in the second floor window turn on. Well, let's try it. I guess you wouldn't need to throw something at the first floor window. So that must be it. It's a pretty sturdy sliding door. There's a layer of dust covering the door well, so I know it hasn't been moved in a while, according to the rumor. It said something like, nobody comes out even if you knock, right? Sure, knocking shouldn't be a problem, but making a noise might. I give the door a kind of firm knock. I wait for some kind of response. Well, there's no response. As expected. Just as we were informed. Judging by the state of this place, and Miroku probably isn't living here. I push open the door, but it doesn't budge. Okay. a door plate that's decayed and fallen off. Through the paint it's worn. Still easily reads Moroku. Something's eaten a number of small holes in the wood. Take out the plate. Maybe I need to kick it in. Come on. Maybe I throw the nameplate through the window? Oh, maybe I throw the nameplate at the window. Check out the decaying plate. Even if this hit the window dead on, it probably wouldn't break it. Are you actually gonna throw it? Yeah, just like the rumor said. If there's something crazy going on, I want to know about it now. It's pretty courageous of you. You'll need that courage if you intend to survive the confrontations with spirits. Whatever. Just try not to throw it too hard. I know. I don't want to attract attention, so I don't want to break the window. I take aim and toss the plate, aiming it and then light goes straight through the window. The wooden frame of the window. My throw hits the spot and makes a dry thud as it strikes the wood. Decayed wood plate. Used it. Nice throw. Got some nice shoulders. What, are you gonna massage them for me or something? The most anticipated draft player this season. Sorry, I don't really know baseball. Oh, speaking of baseball, the Dodgers won. We survived another day. Well, the rumor said if we throw something at the window, we'll see the lights come on. Or so the rumors claimed. Nothing's happening. We'll wait a while, but it doesn't seem like the lights are coming on anytime soon. I was hoping I would get to hear a voice from the room. Maybe it's a different window. Sometimes rumors are just rumors. A good journalist knows not to trust every single one. Let's hurry up and check the other places. I keep accidentally over-clicking. It's like, is it behind me? Strange looking window. Gotta be a big ass attic. Oh, so surprised I haven't had to explain anything anime. Go grandpa with him watching Dodgers in the last 2 seasons? Yeah. Is it like you would watch the game together and then you would explain it to him? or explain anime to him. Japan, I saw like they were very happy with with them winning the World Series because of the one player who was drafted. I think he was from Japan originally. What am I? Would have to explicitly One Piece the VTuber. Okay. Oh, One Piece and VTubers, yeah. Speaking of VTubers, explain, yeah. Yeah. I can imagine, like, if and, well, whenever, not if, but whenever I make my VTuber, I will have to explain to my aunt. She wouldn't know anything about anything when it comes to that. I had to, like, help her download a browser on her computer. But it's just, it's what happens. They were not exposed to technology like we were. Like, I think even if, even when we get older, we'll probably accept technology a little bit better. Like, it would just be a little bit easier. Even if like some people probably end up being a little stubborn about it, or they're like, oh, it's not like how it was before. But I think like they would be able to handle it a little bit better. Yeah, what the fuck am I doing? Pull the door just in case. As anticipated, it doesn't open. Looks like it's locked. Oh well. Wanna just kick it in? Whoa. You're already thinking about breaking in? You're too reckless, kid. Damn. Haha. What a bold child. I must confess, I do prefer a direct approach sometimes. Feels like the air just changed. Oh. Did you just hear something just now? We looked at the direction of the window and see the light in the window had come on. In the light, we see what looks like a silhouette of a crane. Once again, we hear a faint voice. Don't look. As if we wouldn't look. We're not gonna just back out now, are we? Hey, Kishima. There's definitely something in this mansion. And that means all the rules are off. So we're breaking in? Exactly. Calm down there, boys. I love how they switch. Excuse you, mister. Excuse you, Mr. Sir. Oh, ma'am. Okay, so I can't back up. She's right there. Sorry, Miss Ma'am. Did not even care that I backed up into him. Can't cause too much of a commotion. It'll draw attention to the police. We got a plan then, Rose? I'll open the lock for us. Of course, there's always someone who knows how to lock things. It's not like opening a can, you know. You really Well, she picks a lock, then yeah.
This lock may as well not exist. You should always have more locks on the front door, but nobody ever bothers.
Not me. I have 4 locks to my doors. I have 2 doors.
Oh, that's right. You should share this advice with an old black rabbit as well.
Is this how you got in?
The lock there is just as pitiful.
That explains it.
Now I know that Rose got into the black rabbit before I had opened.
For some reason, with her sprite, it looks like her thumb is like doing this. Maybe it's just like how it looks with the banner. Your real piece of work. You just sleep through morals class.
I regret that I did not get to experience things like school
Rosie took some tools out and got to it. Kinda reminds me of when Armin went to pick the lock at the Yamato shop. The Rosie skills are far beyond ours. You seem pretty skilled at this. Makes me wonder if you've been doing this kind of thing in the past.
My goodness, how rude.
Rosie shoots back in response as she uses her thin tool to probe the lock. Any talented magician would obviously put their best to it. That's true, but I've heard of magicians using escape magic, not for breaking into places. Are you curious about my skills? I'm afraid that I must ask you to refrain from any inquiries that would violate my privacy.
Au revoir.
It's open. You've done already? You're pretty amazing.
I must say that it feels quite nice to get some awe and admiration from the young. Would you like to be my disciple?
No, thank you. What's that supposed to mean? I wasn't really planning on becoming a magician or a bird, but
Or am I training you for either? I was referring to the spiritual world.
Cube, really?
Yes,
I guess we must. You don't see him, but he's in a place he's not supposed to be.
you seem to have an affinity for a disciple.
Hold on. I never agreed to be your disciple.
Masters choose their disciples.
Your opinion doesn't matter.
I was asking out of courtesy.
Is that how that works? Eh, come on. You're a cutie patootie, but no. You're gonna knock over everything. No. Get down. Get your fat butt down. Thank you. That's terrible. Hey, let's cut the chit chat. We don't have a lot of time. It's open. Let's get inside. Can't let anyone see us like this. We don't have an excuse for being here. Yeah, I know. We could just say we're related to Moroku and we were checking. I forcefully pulled the door open, but I thought I felt a cool breeze from inside. Swallowing my saliva, I step into the mansion. Wow, he is being such a naughty boy right now. Come over here. At 9, I've been like giving him a little snack to calm him down. I wonder if that's what he wants. The Moroku residence look like an old Japanese style house. I smell the damp, moldy air. Seems like this place hasn't been aired out for a really long time. Wait a minute, Kijima. I sense someone watching us. Be careful. Watching?
中を覗かないでください。
Oh no. God. Suddenly a loud, high-pitched, piercing sound rips beyond above easily pierces through and stabs into my brain. Got it. Bonnie Rosa collapsed behind me. Shit, are you kidding me? Go straight down. Die. I fall powerless against this storm of sound assaulting my mind. My consciousness is starting to fade. The screaming voice suddenly stops. What was that? Bloody hell, my head's still pounding. Guess that must have been the screaming voice people are talking about. If it went on any longer, my brain would have melted. I barely survived that. It's YouTube, Cube. Mind your business. Alright, we're done. You're done with that. He likes to be bad. This. Well, we don't know if that's true yet. Remember, in the rumor, Miss Y, you heard the scream apparently lived in the second. Things are starting to get real. Kijima, don't say you want to run away now, alright? As if. You're the one who's looking pale. If you got the wits to sass me like that, you're still in ship shape. I mean, this is our third rodeo, so. No. If it's planning to take us down, I suppose we don't need to hold back. Trash the place. Let's start scouting. I mean, investigating. There we go. The place doesn't seem to be that big, so let's investigate whatever else. Yeah. Before we get to that, we need someone to be on the lookout. We don't want to be getting surprised by a patrol. Right. Someone looks bad. Call me on my cell phone. Understood. Alright, Kijima. Choose who will investigate. We're gonna go with Rose.
問題ない。
No problem. Well, Bond, you're on lookout duty. Fine by me. I'll see you later then. Rose, don't you go off doing anything on your own. Bond leaves and heads outside. Alright, let's get going. Alright. Perfect time to call it. But thank you everybody for joining me. I really appreciate it. I know I did a lot of ranting and talking. But I will say this particular case, from what I remember, is pretty interesting. So it will, I think, be an enjoyable, kind of spooky, kind of disturbing case. So that is all I will say. But with that, we'll go ahead and see who we can raid. And then tomorrow we're going to be going back to Crisis Core, because I do gotta grind out all those missions. So there's Blaze and also Tetra. do Blades because they're continuing with the Pokemon. No, whoever they're talking about looks cool. So yeah, we'll continue with, we'll go ahead and start that raid. But thank you everybody for joining me. I'm glad that you guys are having a good day and everything. I always appreciate that. Good night, take care. Thank you. Good night, take care. I hope that you will have a good evening. And yep, now we're ready. So as always, be good raiders, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.